When people hate on you and they really try to make you feel miserable, most of the times it's just projection. But what exactly is projection? Let's say there's a woman, she's not confident, she has big self-doubts, and she does not love herself. And then let's take you as an example. You have a lot of confidence, and people feel if you are confident or not. They feel your energy. So she might get triggered by you because you are confident and she is not confident. So your presence and your energy triggers her. And people that are really miserable and that don't love themselves are projecting their own insecurities and problems on others. And then they start to hate on them. They start to make them feel bad. They come up with fake stories about them to just bring them down to their level. So if you get hate for things, just try to take a step back from it and see the person behind the hate. When you know the person personally, of course. And then you ask yourself, okay, she is accusing me of being arrogant. Why could this be that she's accusing me? Because other people, they don't say something like this. Why does she have a problem with me? And then you might see, okay, I think she has big self-doubts. So when she's trying to hate on you, and I'm not talking about constructive criticism, I'm talking about pure hate, you start to see the patterns behind that. And when you start to see the patterns behind that, hate is not that bad for you anymore, because you just feel sorry for them. You feel sorry for them being not in tune with themselves, and you feel sorry for them because they don't love themselves enough to be like in full alignment with their selves. So when people hate on you, you can really just wish them the best and think to yourself, I hope they heal from the lack of self-love that they have. And this should really come from your heart, because if you are so rooted in yourself that you understand the reason why others hate on you, and you take a step back, you don't react back in a bad way. You should not react to that, but you should really think of them and wish them the best and maybe pray for them. But you should not give them your energy, because that's exactly what they want. They feel like you are so far away from them, and they really want to trigger you and get you down to their place so they can really have control over you again, or like have the feeling that they can control you and your reactions. So if they feel triggered, they also want to trigger you. They project their insecurities on you and hope that you reply to that. So never reply. Your presence is not there. You don't get triggered by that, because that's exactly what people want. If someone hates on you and is really leaving bad comments and just negative energy, they want you to respond. They need that, because otherwise they would look so stupid. Imagine someone is writing you bad things and you don't reply to that. And the person is just thinking, oh my God, they don't even reply to my negative and triggering messages. I must be completely invisible to them. So if you really want to live a peaceful life without being in communication with people that are not in tune with themselves, if people hate on you, set a boundary and you are not there. It's simple like that. And you don't get triggered by that, because that's weak behavior. If you are really operating from another perspective of your higher self does not get triggered by that. Absolutely not. Because you know it's projection, their own insecurities, and they just want you to respond. And you don't give them all of this. You don't give them your energy. You are simply wishing them the best, and you are just not there anymore. You don't reply. You don't give them any feedback. The worst thing that you could really do is get into an argument with them. and reply to them and talk with them and argue and just try to really respond to them, and this only shows that they can get you, and that's exactly what they want. So I think this was really a sign that you needed to hear, and I felt the urge to record this video right now, so I directly got my microphone and did it. This is your sign. If you are really operating from a higher perspective, take a step back and don't reply. You are worth it, that no one can ever get into your personal space and trigger you. You should never give other people the ability to do that. So love yourself, set boundaries, wish them the best, and don't react to that. So loves, this was it with my video. It was short, but as I said, I needed to record this video right now because this is such an important message. And also something that you need to know is when you're receiving hate, you are doing something right, because you are triggering people that might not move on in their lives, that are stuck and that are just not happy with their way of life, and they try to bring you down from your way of life. As an example, when you are losing weight, as an example, and you are really consistent with that and you are losing weight, people might start to argue bad about you and try to make you feel like you don't look good anymore and it's too much or whatever. It can also go in the direction that you started bodybuilding and you got a lot of muscles and people tell you, oh, that's too much, I don't like that. They just project their own insecurities on you because they are not consistent, and they might also try to build up muscle, but they are just lazy and they cannot make it, so they try to bring you down. So never take it personal. You are doing something right. This was it with my video, loves. I hope you like it. If you do, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, and we see each other on Sunday. Bye bye.